Hello and welcome to episode number 24 of my journey through Gran Turismo. So yeah, we're heading on to menu book number 35 now, which is the Nissan GT-R collection. If you did watch my previous episode, I did only manage to get second place in the race that we did as race number 2. I did say in the video that obviously I wasn't going to just keep trying it during that video, so I've been back and I've got that one completed now. So yeah, I did mention racing softs would probably make it a lot easier, so I did think, right, well, I'll take my own advice, use racing softs, which were probably over 5 seconds a lot faster than the sports softs. So yeah, got that done. Even though made a few mistakes again, but yeah, managed to get the win with those better tyres. So yeah, anyway, so menu book number 35. So we've got the R33, the R34 and the GT-R. So we're going to go ahead and get this one started. So again, it looks like 3 races, a car for each race. Obviously, top 3, as always, is all that's required to unlock the car. But yeah, we will be going to try and get the win. So we've got Deep Forest Raceway over in Switzerland, Dragon Trail in Croatia, and then we have a 3rd race at Tokyo Expressway in Japan. So actually, let me just... right, so I was just having a look at what the gift cards are for each race. So I'm guessing that's the GT-R there. Yeah, and they're the 33 and the 34. So we'll start with Deep Forest. So only regulations are performance points of 700 or less, or a specified car, which I've just noticed. So we currently only have one that fits in to the regulations, which is the R32. But that is only 550 performance points. So we'll start off just by buying some race softs for it. Get them stuck on, which takes us to 574. Sorry. So what I'm going to do is back out, just go to the tuning shop. Hopefully not do anything sort of drastic or too costly. So we'll stick a turbo on it. Put a sports intercooler on it. Sorry, a racing intercooler. Racing air filter. Racing silencer. Racing exhaust manifold. And a racing clutch and flywheel. Which actually reduces the performance points on this one, apparently. But should make gear shifts smoother. So we'll head back to World Circuits again and go to Deep Forest Raceway. So just go to car settings and go on to the detailed settings and just have a look at the ECU, just to see sort of where the power is. And as you can see, it really drops off at probably around, well, levels out at around 6,500 and then drops off after that. But the peak probably is a decent bit before that, so I think I'm going to try... I'm probably going to shift it around 5,000 and just see how that goes. But yeah, Obviously I have to see how the car handles now with the upgrades. You know, so we can't actually really shift around 5,000 like I expected, because it never really gets below that on the revs. So yeah, it's a little bit hard to judge sometimes from those graphs, because you can't really see where each point is, with it only showing you the max and the minimum, and obviously the max revs changes dependent on car, so I think unless you actually sort of got a ruler out or something and managed to measure each 500 revs to figure out just where each point would be, you've just got to sort of have a bit of a guess at it. Yeah, it definitely seems more than quick enough. It is a 5-lap race, and we do seem to be catching up to the leader pretty quick, so I think I'm actually shifting at about 7.5. So nowhere near as early as I were expecting, and I broke way too late for that. But yeah, so we're within sort of 6 seconds of the leader now, and we do have 3 laps to go. Although I don't know if he's just made a mistake as well, because I caught him extremely quickly through those first few turns. But yeah, we're faster in a straight line as well anyway. So yeah, we didn't actually need all the upgrades that we did, but it's not a problem. So And I've broke too late again there. But yeah, I think that's just down to obviously carrying different amounts of speed into turn one each lap, depending on whether they've been behind another car or obviously had to pass another car down the straight. So should be able to find a decent enough braking point now. So yeah, I just broke at the 200 metre board there, and I mean, probably could have broken a little bit earlier. Just to neaten it up a bit. Again, 200 metre board for this last corner. So yeah, that's race one done. And yeah, like I say, you probably could avoid actually getting a few of those upgrades. But yeah, that unlocks us the Nissan GT-R. So that moves us on to race number 2. I can't actually remember where that was. Oh, Dragon Trail. So yeah, this is the gardens layout. What I am going to do is just remove the air filter, the silencer, the manifold. We'll leave the intercooler on. Not that we need to, but just more to show that you probably don't need them. A little bit too much curb through there. Probably should have put some better brakes on it. Now that it's got a fair bit more power. So yeah, as you can probably tell, it's not as quick through the revs as it was with the other upgrades, which does give us more of a chance to shift that bit earlier. But yeah, like I say, without actually properly looking into exactly where it wants to be shifted, then I'm just gonna stick to around 7,000. Just had to take too much curb on the inside and caught the sausage curb a bit too much. They just park in the middle of the corners everywhere. But yeah, so anyway, it's another 5-lap race. We're only 2 laps in, and we're only a few seconds behind the leader, and have obviously had a little bit of a spin. So it does just show that with this this car and this setup, it is more than simple enough. What? Why? Why? Slamming on brakes in a corner that can be taken flat out. As if they're programmed to make sure something happens just so you don't get a clean race bonus. But yeah, anyway, so we're in lead with 2 laps to go, and yeah, as I said, this is obviously with some of the upgrades removed. So yeah, it's nice and simple. And you know that obviously you can add those upgrades again if needed. So yeah, just heading into the last lap and we're almost 20 seconds in front. So I mean, to be honest, we might not have actually even needed the turbo upgrade. Yeah, so that's race 2 finished, and yeah, we ended up over 30 seconds in front, and that's the R33 unlocked, which moves us on to the last race at Tokyo Expressway to unlock the R34. So yeah, we'll leave the car as it is, and I mean, to be fair, we probably, other than tyres, didn't really need any upgrades. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it is. But then again, the turbo probably has made a big difference. Does get a bit wobbly at high speed though. And there are a couple of different ways to take these first couple of corners, but we'll try doing it the right way. Try my hardest to get a clean race bonus on this one. I'm not sure if it's this track or a different one. Well, sorry, if it works the same in this race as it does in another one. But the only way that you lose the race bonus in that is by running wide at that hairpin. You can actually basically crash into anything you want as long as you don't run wide there. But yeah, we're not gonna risk that. just starting to rock again. Yeah, so it's 4 laps this time. Fair enough. This is the only trouble with, well, I say the only trouble, one of the issues with the AI going into the corners the way they do. Obviously you get past them, you move over to get into your sort of part of the track where you want to be braking, to maximise the width of the track, and then because they just dive into the apex and then brake, you end up moving across front of them, or they just sort of drive into back here or whatever. Causes you problems. Anyway, so we're just over 11 seconds behind the leader, 2 laps to go. So yeah, can get 6 seconds by the time we get to the end of the 3rd lap. Oh, well, be within 5 seconds. Then we know we're catching fast enough. Yeah, we caught about 10 seconds on that lap, so we're only just over a second behind. See what lap time we can get with a clean lap. So yeah, 2:07 at the end there, and won by just over 11 seconds. So yeah, you can't get the clean race bonus on that one if you get taken out. But yeah, that's the R34 unlocked, and that's the last of the GTRs. That's unlocked as a new set of missions, which we will get into eventually. So we'll head back to the cafe as always, and get that menu book completed. So yeah, that unlocks menu book number 36 for us, which is the World Touring Car 700 Championship. So I will obviously cover that in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one, and yeah, hope to see you again next time. Bye for now.